Well, let me tell a story. I'm a guy that can't tell time without building a clock first. But so many years ago, I was prayer walking in Vietnam with Mark Geppert, and Roland Woolley, from a brother in the church, was with us. And we're in Vietnam, and Mark says, "Hey, we're going to go meet a coffee farmer." He said he gave his heart to the Lord a few years ago, and I've been discipling him. Every time I come to Vietnam, I meet with him and we pray. And so we go meet with this coffee farmer. And so the man was really, he was not distraught, but he was really concerned, because he said, my entire crop is on a train car in a town, and the communists are holding it up. They will not release that train car. And if that train car sits there another week, all the coffee beans are going to go bad. It's my entire crop for the year. I'll lose my farm. I can't pay my workers, all the stuff. And so Mark has prayer with them, and then we move on. So we're prayer walking down. There happens to be a Buddhist temple in Vietnam where the monks during the Vietnamese War pronounced curses on anybody that would war on the land. And the blood curse that they pronounced looked like every Vietnam vet that ever came back, that had addiction, that had fits of rage, that couldn't hold down a job, that couldn't stay married. I mean, all the stuff. And that was the exact curse that they. So every time Mark would be in Vietnam, he would reverse the curse. He'd walk back and he'd prayer walk that. Well, along the way, there's this little infirmary, and it was run by a charismatic nun. And so he stops in. I think her name was Carmelita. So we stop in to see Carmelita. And as he's talking to Carmelita, she says, "Mark," she says, I have a 19-year-old Vietnamese girl that needs a surgery. She's got a tumor on her neck." And she brought the girl out there, big tumor on the side of her neck. We prayed, it didn't disappear. But Mark said, "What? I've got a friend a businessman friend who will fly her to Beijing. They already had it set up for the surgery." And so Carmelita said, "Oh, that would be great. Let me make a phone call, blah, blah, blah." And so it's all happening. And then Carmelita says, "Well, Mark, how can I pray for you?" He says, "Well, there's this coffee farmer over in this province, and he's got a train car full of coffee, and it's held up by the communists." And she leans back a little bit, and she says, "I went to the high school with the communist party leader of that province. Let me make a phone call." And within about 10 minutes, that coffee had been released, and this girl was set with a schedule to go to Beijing and get surgery. And I watched this apostolic connection across. It didn't happen in church. It happened where people worked, right? And I thought, man, God really does care about all of this stuff. This is his world. It's all his world. It's his money. It's his business. It's how he gets the land to produce.